Hello, and thanks for joining me tonight. My name is Mike Solarino, CEO of K9 for Veterans. Tonight, I have a very special guest with me, Navy veteran Shay Salinas. Shay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Okay, my name is Salins. I'm a 50-year-old Navy veteran that served in Desert Storm. I have PTSD, MST, and several other mental disorders. Uh, 2019, July of 2019, I got in connection with Mike Tallerio and K9 for Veterans, and they gave me my service dog, Joey. The
Sure.
24th of this year will be 5 years I've had my dog. Within that 5 years, I've kept a job. 3 years is the most I've kept a job in 30 years. I'm actually
Wow.
also enrolled back into college, going for my bachelor's degree in psychology, so I can continue to help other veterans like myself. So they know there's someone that's been there and knows that battle that they are fighting at that moment.
Right.
I want to be the beacon that gets show. Hey, that we're not weak. We're stronger when we get the help, and I want to be that beacon
Well,
people see.
I think one of the first steps in any veteran or anyone with PTSD getting better is reaching out for help.
Yeah, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing is to show veterans. The moment you ask for that help, for 30 years I didn't do that. I lost everything. I lost businesses. I lost home. I lost relationship with family. I lost everything. I'm in the last 5 years. I started building a relationship with my son, Emmanuel, and it's turned out to me and him are identical in so many ways. It scares me. you know,
How's that going with him?
Oh, it's getting better every day. It gets better. We have times where I go back to my old ways and he's still not used to me being the way I am. And it's always going to be a struggle for me. And remember, I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago when I started this process of healing from my PTSD and my MSD.
Shay, in the 5 years that you've been involved with Canine, there's been a huge change in everything about you. I think Joey's had a lot to do with that, but I also think it has to do with you reaching out for help.
Yes, I would. What took me to get the help where we got me on this path? I got a DUI in 2018. And it made me open my eyes. That's when I started the process of getting my help from my PTSD. But the results is just started showing up in the last 5 years, five and a half
Well,
years.
you've come a long way, Shay. You really have. Shay, you started a group. If
I
that's
started.
you.
It, 1 second. There was two of us that started this group. It's myself and my girlfriend Karen Miller that started Veterans Motorcycle Club called Fallon VMC.
And what does the VMC stand for?
VMC stands for Veterans Motorcycle Club.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that. How did you get that started?
Uh, the way it came up is I have years with major clubs, family members, and being around major clubs for many years as a veteran. I got involved in the MC world because a veteran being there for veteran.
Right.
So I got involved in that world, and I have no disrespect to the MC, none at all. I wouldn't. This club would not be around if I wasn't taught about what it meant to wear those patches they wear, and those
I get
patches
it.
that they wear and I wear are very special and very important to us. It's like when we go on the battlefield as soldiers, our flag is the most important thing. We will die to protect that. No one's going to take that away from us, and that's the way myself and the club looks at it, and that's how the MC world looks as their patch. That is their flag. It's
I just
everything that we
showed
stand for and represent.
I just showed a picture. Tell us about this picture.
Okay, the one would be left with the gentleman with the glasses and a hat on. with the white beard. That is Monster. He's a member of Fallon VMC. The young lady in the front holding our vest, our cuts, is Karen, aka Stitch. That's me, the bald head. And the two gentlemen next to me are friends of mine, Michael and Gary. These are gentlemen that ride and support. They're not with us, but these are gentlemen that support the belief of veterans that needing help and supporting our veterans and other causes as well as veterans. And this picture was actually last July at a fundraiser that my club is going to start doing annually to raise money for veterans to raise my club to raise money to give canine veterans so they can give another veteran this how I see, give a veteran another life and give the opportunity how I survive.
Right. So that club gives you a lot of personal support as well.
It gives me it's a way for me. It's one thing I learned about in the MC world and in the military and also in the gang life I had before the military. When you call somebody brother, you
Yeah.
mean that. That is your brother. You're gonna do whatever. You may have arguments with yourselves, but you will always be there when it comes to thick and thin, no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're blood or not. A brother's a brother and a sister.
Yeah. Shay, MST, that's really prevalent with a lot of the veterans that we have returning home. How hard was it for you to reach out for help?
I just in the last year actually started talking about it, so it's been recent. I've been out
Yeah.
since '91.
But was it hard for you to make that initial
It still
reach?
is. It still is. It still is. It
Yeah.
is very difficult. Very difficult.
How prevalent is MST in the military?
My understanding of it, it's more common than people realize. You know, I can't speak for any other veteran or any other service member. As for me, the reason I never reported it, because I believe as a soldier we have a chain of command. I swore to die protecting my chain of command, even though if I disagree with them.
Right.
And it was a senior officer that did it to me. And that's still my senior, and I meant what I would die. I can tell you what happened, but I won't tell you the rank and name of the individual and
Right.
place that it will. I'm at that point right now. Well, I can tell you, yes, I was raped by a superior officer several times.
And I mean, that's got to be so hard to deal with. I mean, especially it being a superior officer. You know?
That's the part for me. Like I said, that's the part for me because I also look at it. The officer's supposed to protect me and look out for me as I was supposed to look out for because I'm new there.
Right.
Now, like I said, it's nothing against the officer. It's that individual took what my beliefs were and his position the wrong way.
Well, enough of that. But I gotta commend you for being able to talk about it. I mean, because I'm sure it takes a lot for you to reach back into your mind and get into that. You
Yeah,
know. Okay, let's get on. Let's get
we're
on
gonna
to
this.
let's go to a brighter subject. Let's talk about your club. I gotta bring up that picture of you, and you know how much I love this picture. Tell me about that beard.
I wear the purple for suicide awareness and the teal for PTSD awareness. For me, that's a reminder every day I fight. I, I fight. And it also, some people, and it also brings attention. And people are like, why? What's the colors for? Because there's people that just do color hair. For me, it reminds me of the battle I fight every day, and that I've beaten for 5 years. You know,
Right.
but it also brings when people. I tell them if for PTSD, I'm a survivor, and that brings awareness of PTSD and suicide rate.
No.
Besides that, I'm not. I guess since I've come home from the military, I'm not what normal society would consider normal, and I'm fine with that.
Shay, there's nothing wrong with you.
That's what I'm saying. For a long time I like this. I like being different. For a long time, I kept it short hair, like crew cut, clean cut. Didn't have tattoos. Didn't have none. That's not who I am.
Right.
The person that's sitting here right now, I'm not. I'm not 100% who I'm supposed to be right now. Right now, in the last 5 years, I would say I'm about 75, 80% where I need to be.
Well, I
And
think
it's
you've come a
I've got
long way.
I've come a long way. I've got a lot more where to go. Like as of right now, I'm on the verge of having an episode of my PTSD because I went back to Great Lakes on Saturday to see the recruits that couldn't go home for Christmas. This was the first time since I graduated that I stepped foot on that grounds. For 2 days, I've dealt with it, and
Difficult.
it's hard, but and the way I'm doing it is because of programs that are out there. This is going to. There are programs out there. This is the reason I formed. Me and Karen formed Fallon VNC because through my club, our club, you will have connections, the resources to get to the canines and veterans, get to our programs like Road Home that would teach you the tools to make it through these days like I've been fighting. These programs are not told to us. And it's a
Now,
shame. These programs saved my life.
I get it. I know. I know you were with the Road Home program. I know it had a big impact on the way you handle your PTSD. Which I've always thought that the Road Home program for veterans, bar none, hands down, is the best PTSD program for veterans. I mean,
I would
they treat the whole person.
the whole family, not just the veteran.
Right.
They help the family to deal with us veterans because we go, especially when we start the process of the healing. It's a rough battle.
Point out that I'm
Yeah.
just your girlfriend, and I can still get.
Well, here's a
Yeah,
picture that there, look, there's your little buddy.
That's Joe. That was
That was taken in Vegas.
that was taken in Vegas. That was my first vacation that I was ever able to take in 30 years, and get paid to be not working.
Yeah.
So Joey's been Joey has been all over the world as a representative for K9 and a representative for Fallen VAMC.
Yeah, it's amazing what Joey has done for you.
Yes.
And I mean, but you did so much on your own just by acknowledging that you need the help.
Yes.
And I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of veterans. They think that, I'm too strong, I'm too proud, I could do this on my own. And they really can't. They need to get that professional help that they need to overcome their issues that they're
Yeah.
having with their PTSD. I don't think they could do it on their own.
No, and the best way for me to explain it and that's part of the reason I'm going for my bachelor's degree. If you had opportunity to talk to a veteran that deals with PTSD, MST on a daily basis, would you rather talk to that psychiatrist or just somebody to talk to than somebody that's never been through either one of those? Because
Somebody
they've
who
never
walks
been in
the
your
walk.
shoes.
Right.
And me personally, I'm a type of person. You know this, Mike. I'll call you on the bullshit when you blowing smoke up my ass. I'll tell you. You know, because I fight the same demons every day.
Yeah.
I can't stop fighting. I've come too far.
Well, like I said, I've witnessed the changes you've been through in the last 5 years working with you. I mean, you even go out and represent Canine at some of our events and act as a spokesperson for us. Now, you couldn't have done that 3 years ago.
5 years ago,
And it's still hard for you.
and honestly, to this day, it's still hard. It doesn't for me. What makes it easy for me is knowing that I can reach one person that's hearing my story, how my life has changed. First off,
Right.
admitting that I needed help. That's the first thing. And the other is to get the person to get that help like I did. And I deal with that. And I don't think it was going to ever be easy for me. I act like it's easy, but it's not. But if I could reach one person, that means I just say that one person can save another person.
Right. What are your future plans for Fallon?
Fallen VC, the purpose of Fallen VMC, my it started with by myself. Karen has been with me since I started the club. The dream of Fallen is to be at every military base, have a clubhouse where veterans and their families can go and get resources to programs that are out there that will help us deal with PTSD, MSD, whatever issue it may be. It may be alcoholism, it may be gambling, sex, whatever you need help with, you can walk in that clubhouse and get resources that are there for you. I also want veterans to, like myself, I do wood carvings. I got a gentleman in the club that does laser engraving. So at some point, I would like to get other people involved and the other members that will come down the road, teach other veterans how to wood carve or how to program laser and cook. Like me, I love cooking. Teach them different things to get ourselves out of our head, even if it's playing music, doing art. And yes, we're a motorcycle club, but the main thing about our club, we want to spread the awareness of what PTSD really is and what it really looks like. And if you see somebody that has these major systems, don't turn your back on them. Don't make fun out of them.
Right.
They are reaching in their way. They are reaching out for help. Even if it means you may not agree with what they're saying, if it means you just sit there and listen to that person. And that's what the whole purpose is, to spread and get as many resources as I can and this club can get together and spread the word to these veterans that feel like they can't reach out.
Well, I
The
think
one thing I tell these veterans,
I
the
think
biggest
you
thing
said
when we were in the service, what is it? We're always taught to trust our battle buddies. We did not go into combat. We did not
right.
go to individually. We always had somebody at our side. We can't do this alone.
But
We
I
need
think
help.
you're setting an example for other veterans to show them that there is help out there. That hey, if I could do this, you could do this.
Yes.
You're a great
No,
leader of example.
not it doesn't matter if you do stuff like this or you want to look normal and still do whatever. But if you reach trying to save yourself and save people from what we deal with on a daily basis, you know that 22 rate would turn to zero. Then the suicide rate in our world will drop.
Right. Well, again, I gotta give you credit because you've come such a long way, and not only have you come a long way, but now you're reaching out to help other veterans, which is totally commendable.
Right.
You know, it's not all about you anymore. It's about how what you went through, how you could turn that around to let other veterans know that hey, if I could do it, you could do it.
It's like Fawn. We have we have emails, we have Facebook page, and a phone number that's on 24 hours a day for a veteran to call if they need someone to talk to. That club line never shuts off.
Okay, if somebody wanted to reach out to your organization, to Fallon, how would they do that?
Like I said, we have email, we have Facebook, and I
Tell us
also
what
have.
it is. Tell us what it is.
Our email is fallonvmc FALLONVMC at gmail.com. We're on Facebook, Fallon VMC, and the phone number you can reach us at is 708-916-0704.
And what are you looking for? Are you looking for volunteers? You're looking for people to join that
I'm
ride?
I want I want people. What I'm looking for members. That's never gonna stop because the only way we're gonna grow and get bigger and make and do by get members. But I also want people. You don't. I want people that will be involved. It's not just recruit. I want people involved in the organization that want to help other people like myself. And this, like I said, that's the whole purpose of this. Doesn't matter if you're a first responder, anything. You need help with something. Come to us. We will find a way to help you.
Right.
We if we can't find it,
But just remind you don't have to be a writer either.
yeah, you don't. And like in Fallen VMC, if you are a veteran and you don't ride, that's not a it's not a mandatory thing for to become a member of Fallen VMC. The main thing, you have to be a veteran and you want to help. If you are a non-veteran, you can also join. You just have to believe in supporting veterans and help raise the money and awareness that we veterans like myself deal with on a daily basis. That are the criteria to become a member. You don't have to have a motorcycle. No, it does not have to be our Harley Davidson. It can be once like come over here, Karen. This is Karen. She is the other founder of Fallen VM. She's over here trying to give me things so you can speak.
Hello.
Hi,
Another
Karen.
thing hello. Another thing I want to add. First of all, Michael, thank you so much for what you do to help veterans in so many ways. Yeah, Joey has been a total game changer. Um, the other thing I want to add is dealing more with PTSD, and because I personally deal with depression from all kinds of stuff in life. You know, I'm not a veteran, but I totally relate to having depression. But the one thing that popped in my head was like, because Shay has gone and talked to schools a couple times about, veterans and service dogs. So I got to think, how do you explain PTSD to kids without scaring the crap out of them? And this
Right.
thing popped in my head. So we actually started like a division of Fallen VMC called Team Joey 22. And
Instagram.
yeah, Joey has his own Instagram, Team Joey 22, and it's something we've recently started, so it's still in the works. But you can see Joey has his own Instagram page, and that's kind of fun to be in charge of.
Like I said, I do have what the basis of Fallen is the history of what it means to wear that diamond on your chest and wear the three pieces. What I want from Fallen is to bring the history and the traditions that are there. I'm not sure they're not, but I just don't want to fight with anybody. I just want to. The main thing is I want to ride and raise money for awareness for with people with PTSD and MSD, and that's why our colors are and the club colors are purple and teal. For purple for suicide awareness and teal for PTSD awareness.
Well, you're doing a great thing, Shay. You really are. Raising awareness. And I think that is so important is that we raise awareness of PTSD, that it's nothing to be afraid of. If you know someone with PTSD, let them know that they can come and talk to you.
Yes.
And that helps them so much just to have a sympathetic ear to listen to their what they're going through.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Right.
Sometimes we just wanted to be just get everything that's out and not have no response.
No, I get it totally. Shay, you're doing a great thing. You got a great lady by side you.
Oh, we got a special guest here. Come here, Joe.
Oh my God,
There he is. There's the star of the show. Gotta
that's
get him.
Joey.
Gotta get
Stop!
him.
Don't push him. Come here, bud. There you go.
There we go. There's Joey. There's a
What a
superhero.
cutie.
This is. You want to talk about a superhero? That's a superhero right there. This is what it.
Well,
In my eyes, this is a superhero.
Shay, I want to thank you for being my guest tonight and helping get the word out. I think what you're doing is awesome. You're helping out in so many ways. But the main thing that you're doing is helping spread the word. There is help out there. That if
Oh
you
yes.
could do it, that if you could do it, these other veterans that are going through what you went through without any help, if they just make that initial step and reach out to ask for help, that's all it takes. So if anybody's listening to this podcast tonight, and you know somebody that's suffering with PTSD, traumatic brain injury, MST, do not hesitate to have them get in touch with me. We can help them out. Reach out to Shay. I'm sure he'll do whatever he can to help you out. He's a good friend. So again, just help spread the word, Shay. Is amazing.
Yeah. That's all we can do, you know. If we didn't, if more people talked about it 30 years ago, I, who knows, I wouldn't have lost my children and stuff. And I don't, and the reason I do what I do and I deal with it because I don't want to see another brother or sister veteran go through what I went through. Because these programs are out there. The main thing is they can't do this alone.
You just keep doing what you're doing because you're doing good things. And every day, I know you're reaching out to somebody to talk to them, to get them on the right path, to get some help that they need. Just continue doing that because it's having a great effect on a lot of people. Thank you for being my guest tonight. Give your honey my regards. Thank you.
Thanks for everything, Mike.
Thank you for putting up with Shay.
It's not always easy, but
You guys, the ones that are watching this, you remember, you guys thank us, and you tell us veterans thank you for what we do, and grateful that we changed our lives. And the first thing, you got to remember, people like her, if she's my girlfriend, she's seen me when I was at my wit's end. Without people like her or you, Mike, and Joey, I wouldn't be sitting here. We got to remember, the people behind us, they see what we don't show in public. So they also need to thank you.
Yeah.
The ones that are when we don't want to go out in public, they're the ones in the background. Come on, you got.
It's like our Vice President Reggie Latuca. She's not a veteran, but you talk about a girl that has her heart in the right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she puts our veterans first and foremost, and
Yes.
Craig, get those products you're talking about with the keychains or whatever. Let's get them in the store.
All right.
The K9 Outlet Store.
Gotcha, sir.
God bless you and thank you for being my guest tonight. Best of luck with what you're doing.
all right. Happy holidays.